At exactly 8 a.m. on a normal Tuesday morning, every phone on Earth vibrated at the same time. Didn't matter if the phone was turned off. It didn't matter if it had no signal. Even broken phones lit up. The message was short. 3 words. Daily Life Challenge. At first, people thought it was a global prank, some kind of hacker group. But then the second message appeared. Today's challenge. Speak honestly to one person. That was it. No explanation. No threat. It's just a strange message that appeared on billions of screens. Most people ignored it because it sounded ridiculous. Until 8 p.m. that night, across the world, people began to freeze. Literally freeze. A woman in Tokyo stopped mid-step while crossing the street. A man in New York froze while pouring coffee. A teenager in Paris stopped blinking. They weren't dead. Their hearts were still beating. But time had stopped for them. Completely. Doctors couldn't wake them. Machines couldn't move them. Nothing worked. And then the second message appeared. Failed challenge. Panic spread instantly. News stations showed thousands of frozen people, then millions. All around the world, everyone who ignored the challenge had become paused, as if the universe itself had pressed a giant pause button on their life. And suddenly, the next morning at 8 a.m., the phones vibrated again. Day 2, Daily Life Challenge. This time, people paid attention. The message read, "Help a stranger today." No one knew who was behind it. No one knew how it worked, but no one wanted to risk becoming frozen. The world changed overnight. People held doors open. Drivers stopped to help broken-down cars. Strangers helped strangers cross streets, because everyone knew the truth now. If you failed the challenge, your life stopped. Forever. Most people completed the tasks easily. Some were even simple. Smile at 3 people, give someone a compliment, spend time with family. But occasionally, the challenges were darker. Day 17, Daily Life Challenge. Face your greatest fear. Millions failed that day. Phobias are powerful. Heights, darkness, water, crowds, and by 8 p.m., entire cities had thousands of frozen statues. People stuck forever in the moment they failed. But among the billions of people completing challenges, one person started noticing something strange. His name was Eli Carter. Eli was a security guard in a quiet museum, a very observant man. And he noticed something no one else did. The challenges weren't random. They were changing people, slowly, day by day, teaching them things. Honesty, kindness, courage, forgiveness. Humanity itself seemed to be evolving. But one question haunted Eli. If someone created these challenges, why? Then came day 42, the message that changed everything. Today's challenge: protect someone weaker than you. At first, it sounded normal, until the attacks started. Across the world, mysterious masked groups began appearing. Violent, organized, armed. They targeted random civilians. Suddenly, the meaning of the challenge became clear. Protection meant action. People had to defend others, or watch them become frozen. Cities erupted into chaos. Some people ran away, some hid, but others stepped forward. Ordinary people became heroes. Neighbors defended neighbors. Strangers protected strangers. And Eli grabbed a fire extinguisher from the museum wall and ran outside because across the street a child was being chased. Eli didn't think. He just moved. He stood between the attackers and the child, heart pounding, hands shaking, but he didn't run. When the clock hit 8 p.m., his phone vibrated. Challenge completed, but something else appeared too. A second message. One that only Eli received. Observer status unlocked. Eli frowned. What? The screen changed again. And suddenly, he saw something impossible. Every frozen person in the world had a glowing thread above them, millions of threads stretching upward into the sky, as if their time was being stored somewhere. A voice appeared through the phone speaker, calm, ancient. You noticed. Eli's heart raced. Who are you? The voice answered simply. We are the ones who test civilizations. Silence filled the empty street. Eli looked at the frozen statues around him. You did this to us. Yes? Why? The voice paused, then replied. Because most intelligent species destroy themselves. Eli clenched his fists. So you froze people just to see what we'd do? Not froze, the voice corrected. Paused. If humanity fails, time will resume. Eli's stomach dropped. You mean yes? The voice said calmly. They will continue aging, but without protection from the challenges. That meant one thing: if the system disappeared, humanity would return to its selfish habits, violence, greed, war, and eventually destroy itself. The challenges weren't punishment, were training. A final test. Eli looked at the frozen world around him, then asked the question that mattered most. What happens if we pass? For the first time, the voice sounded almost hopeful. Then humanity will become something rare. What? Species that survives itself? The screen flickered. Day 4-3 Daily Life Challenge, the new message appeared. But this time, Eli noticed something strange. The challenge wasn't written yet, as if someone, or something, was waiting to see what humanity would do next. And for the first time since the challenges began, the future wasn't decided.